walk into the room, purse first.
Today, I am joined by Solomon Georgio, Amber Wallin, Jazmyn W, Kid Fury, and we're going to find out why Black people hate musicals. Solomon, why do Black people hate musicals?
Oh, because we don't like the sound of white joy. It's just, Black people have been doing storytelling for so long in such beautiful and fun ways. It's just too linear. It's too hard to, it's difficult. It's unbearable. Get the story out. Don't enunciate every word. Enjoy the rhythm. Musicals are tough.
But also, isn't there a moment in a musical where you see where they're like, merrily we roll along.
First of all, also, white people are very forgiving. They're fine with people being pitchy, trying to reach a note.
This is true. Amber, why do Black people hate musicals?
Because we like struggle, to be honest with you. Our favorite thing to do on Sunday after church was watch a slave movie of some sort. And I'm like, why we don't have to do this. We could watch Annie. We could watch Little Shop. Why are we watching The Color Purple? The 50th viewing of it.
To be clear, The Color Purple is not a slave. There are no slaves in The Color Purple.
What?
There are no slaves.
There's trauma.
Yeah.
Yes.
There was slavery essence.
It's in the neighborhood of trauma and pain.
The LaCroix slavery flavor. Yeah.
That's funny to us.
Celie had nowhere to go. Okay, so.
Black folks will laugh at a trauma movie. I don't think we realize, two of the major Black classic films are trauma porn. Precious.
I was just about to say that.
And we will quote it. In funny moments.
Eat the cake, anime. I was like, that wasn't a funny scene, y'all.
It's comedy.
Precious is...
That KFC scene, I'm sorry, I should not be laughing.
And ran down the street while eating it. While eating the chicken.
And
she
we
just
hate
stole.
musicals. But stealing a bucket of chicken, we over there hitting it hard.
Jazmyn, why do Black people hate musicals?
I hate musicals. And I'm going to say I hate them because I find them to be annoying. And also, I don't know what's happening. Like, when you're singing the storyline, I'm lost. Let me know when the song is over and then catch me up because I don't know what just happened.
This is valid. Yeah. Fury?
I don't know. It probably stems back to our Negro spirituals and our use of song to get us through strife, tragedy, and brutal oppression. So maybe there's something that we tap into.
We're living musicals.
Yeah, we've lived musicals all the time. And also I think, like logic and understanding. And it isn't all the way logical for you to address a confrontation or an issue by belting out a song about it. You can just speak to me.
There is a caveat where Black people will like musicals. It is called the meta musical. Black people like musicals about music. Black people like Dreamgirls. Black people like Cadillac Records. Black people like The Temptations. Black people like the 4 Heartbeats.
4 Heartbeats.
The 5 Heartbeats. The 5 Heartbeats.
They gonna get you for that.
It's a made-up group.
They didn't come to see us.
Around the room, how do y'all feel about Dreamgirls?
Love it.
Perfect.
I love Dreamgirls. It is not my favorite musical, but I do love Dreamgirls.
What's your favorite musical?
I like musicals. So I like Annie and Hairspray and Wicked.
Well, which one's the favorite one?
I think my favorite musical is Annie because it was the first musical I saw.
Okay, this is valid.
I like Grease. I'm sorry.
See,
Hang me to the cross. I like Grease.
All that for me liking Grease.
I do like some musicals, but I'm very selective, like Little Shop of Horrors, I love.
Okay, this is my other thing. The one musical that for some reason, so here's the thing. Black people don't like musicals. They like meta musicals about Cadillac Records. They like music about music. For some reason, Black people like Little Shop. I do not know what it is. Black people like Little... Do you like Little Shop?
No.
What?
Well, you know what? I don't think Little Shop is the one, if we had to welcome one. I don't. I think it's The Wiz.
Don't like Little Shop for, I'm sorry, Black people.
We can say here.
Black.
Don't like Little Shop because Little Shop. Like Little Shop because of Tashina Arnold,
correct.
Tisha
Campbell, and Michelle Weeks, who are the Greek, whatever, opera singer.
Yeah, the urchins.
Yeah, who sing the narrative.
So same reason we like Hercules.
The same reason that people like Disney's Hercules, because In Vogue is in it. Singing all the
Yes.
damn time.
Like whoever started it, yes.
The music.
The muses.
SWV.
They sang the soundtrack.
Yeah.
But also the same with, I think, the Hairspray musical. They have the black girl singing the whole storyline. I'm like, if you give me 3 black women singing along the whole way through, I'm like, you know what? Here I am.
Yeah.
But let me just say something about Little Shop. Like around the time that came out, I was born in '89. That shit scared me.
Oh, is it terrifying?
Fair.
I found it to be scary.
It is.
So I never liked that movie. Like I was scared.
Also, shout out to Levi Stubbs, the plant in Little Shop, who, I mean, the ladies were caring, but Levi Stubbs was eating down.
Very,
Yeah.
very.
Yes, very, very much so.
I actually thought that the women were scarier than the monster.
Really?
Yes, because I think that there's something very like creepy about these beings that seem to be everywhere and know things before they happen and can sing them, and like people don't really notice it. There's just something creepy about
They were all knowing.
I like that.
Well,
They would
Like if you miss the plot, it's like, where were we? Here they go.
But they would come out of the walls. They would literally appear from the walls and be like, come on.
everybody's business and start singing. That's creepy.
But that's very black.
It's against my religion to tell my business.
Like coming out of the woodwork being like, you didn't hear this from me. That's
Yeah.
so black.
It is.
They're
I love that.
aunties. They're
yes,
actually
they're
aunties.
Yes.
I was at home with my family, and it was Christmas time. We were like, we want to watch a movie. Let's all watch a good Christmas movie. I said, okay, great. So we looked through Netflix. I found a movie that had Felicia Rashad and Forrest Whitaker. And I said, oh, my family's going to love this. I have never heard of this movie. It was a Christmas movie. It was called Jingle Jangle.
yeah.
Have y'all heard of Jingle Jangle?
Loved it.
Yes.
So, okay, so Jingle, I didn't know about Jingle Jangle. I just know that we black, we see Felicia Rashad, we see Forrest Whitaker. It's going to be a good movie. My mother would love to watch this.
Yeah.
Immediately, we find out it is a musical. My family turns on me within a second. No,
Hate that.
we're not watching this. I never even got a chance to watch Jingle Jangle.
Wow.
I never even got a chance to see what Jingle Jangle was about. Would you have turned on me too?
I would have said cut this off because
Oh, Felicia Rashad?
on
Yeah.
Rashad. Like I tried to watch La La Land and that's what happened. I was like, you know what?
Yeah,
La La Land won all these awards. Let me watch
No.
it. I turned it on. 10 seconds in, they on the highway singing. Bloop. I never seen
I
it.
know
Yeah.
one they didn't win,
Yes.
but they thought
Look,
they
when a
did.
white person starts singing jazz, I'm like, shut it
Yeah,
down.
I couldn't get with La La Land either. I'm gonna be honest with you. But I love Jingle Jangle.
Wait, you
love
did
Jingle
have a
Jangle.
point though a second ago about the Wiz.
Yes. Well, it's because we like who we like. Well, we know Michael. We know Diana.
That was
Like
a good
we'll
musical.
we'll give some leeway there, but I mean, like you just said, your family didn't give Jingle Jangle a chance. We don't like imagination and fantasy like we should.
I think we just realized something. So we like musicals.
Of course,
Black people who like musicals don't like La La Land.
right?
I could not finish this movie.
Yeah, me either.
I was watching on a plane and I still walked out.
Right.
I hated this movie.
It was so unrelatable.
I think the only black people like La La Land are the ones that are in it.
And that's because they're getting residuals.
Yeah, and talk to them about it too. They be like,
I found myself talking like my family. I was like, why does bitch own a car?
yes.
Why you want a car? I didn't make it past the car. This own a car in bumper to bumper traffic doing pirouettes.
I don't know why that didn't hit for me, because some corny stuff like that does hit for me. I loved Cats as a child. I love West Side Story.
Those are bad.
Cats?
Cats is so hard to watch.
No, you don't want
It
to watch
is.
the whole thing, but
Well, the movie's bad.
but the musical, I remember as a kid, well, maybe this is another reason why I like musicals, because anytime we had a substitute teacher, that was a movie day,
Yeah.
and they would roll that TV in,
Yeah.
and we're like, we watching Cats today. I'm like, yes. So my introduction to musicals was a break from education, a free day to hang out and talk and sing and play.
Yeah.
So that's what musicals are synonymous for me.
See, I went
sense.
to white high school, so musicals for me was the moment where these kids would sing these annoying songs. Like when Rent came out, I was in high school. And that's why I will always hate that musical with my whole heart, because all these kids would try to make those songs happen and play the whole musical throughout the whole school. And
You
you're like,
hated Rent?
what's the good part about Rent?
Oh,
I hate
is this camera?
You hate Rent too?
Look, I saw Rent. All I saw was
message?
singing scarves.
But do you hate Rent too?
Never seen it, honey.
Okay, so I tried to get my mom tried to watch Rent, and then she said, because she saw the trailer, everyone was happy, and then she said they lied. In the trailer, they were dancing and singing. Everybody was dying. So you really hated Rent.
So, like, watched it, tried to give it a chance, still hate it.
Multiple times. I listened to the soundtrack for 3 years in a row in high school because they would not stop playing it. I hate that.
Jasmine, can you? No one help her out. Jasmine, can you tell us what
Why
Rent
does
is
it sound
about?
the two lesbians are arguing?
No.
Wait, can you try to tell us what Rent? What do you think Rent is about?
Well, you said people died in it.
Okay.
Probably a white lady whose son work and he make money and he don't care nothing about her. And she can't pay her bills. And all the family's dying and nobody can afford a funeral or nothing, but her son got all this money. And he laid up with his wife and kids and he live in a mansion and it's about her and she can't pay her bills. That's what I think it's about.
I would watch that.
Everybody has AIDS.
I said, are we live?
Y'all have
Jasmine, run it back.
Yeah, everybody has AIDS and everybody's wearing 3 scarves.
It's cold when you're sick.
There were no undershirt and 3 scarves and singing.
So wait, why do you like it?
Well, now wait a minute.
Why do you
like I hate Sisley and all that oppression. You're like, well, why do you like this? I don't know. The music was catchy and very well written. And I love this idea of like, you think something's one thing. I'm the opposite of your mother. I like thinking like, oh, it's going to be another happy, dancy Wizard of Oz energy musical. And then you're like, oh, this is a deeply rooted issue. So it educated me about the AIDS epidemic and just showed you like AIDS doesn't look just like one person and just like one way. It can be like men, women, or it could have been passed through needles or whatever. So it was an educational, and the music was really good. There was really good singing in Rent. Like very good singing.
Y'all having such different.
I think there was good singing in Rent.
925,600 minutes.
But when they get to the Ready Alive, all that, you thought that was bad singing.
Yeah.
You look at me in my eye, you telling me that the singing was bad.
music
I'm not saying the singing is bad.
Oh wait, we have a new opinion here. What's this?
No, I agree that the music in Rent is well written and performed. I just don't like it.
And why don't you like it?
Because I don't really care for theater music in general.
Okay.
Like musically music, I don't like.
Yeah.
If you think musicals are corny,
Yeah, you will. It's
You
like, I'm going to the
will not-
bathroom. Like, it's very like every movement is sang.
The musicals I actually, specifically the musicals I will always never love is the ones that are just singing beginning to end.
like Les Mis.
Like Les Mis. Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
Now, I can agree.
Oh, Lord.
I can
That
see
is
that
so
take.
long.
I can see that take because I think why we love Disney movies sometimes is because it's not every scene a song.
Black people like Disney movies.
Yes, we do.
What is it about Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid that we love, but we do not like it? What is it about
It's a
it?
don't
bridge,
overdo it.
a chorus. It's not over enunciating words.
It's not
like
it's really not that different, to be honest, musically than Broadway or anything else like that. Animation just has
It
character.
is. Well,
It has a different endearing quality to it and things that you can't really do in live action. That you know what I mean? Like Simba dancing on top of a giraffe and singing with his best. You can't do this.
It's-
It's and cute and kids love it because it brightens them up. And then you look at the kids smiling. If you like kids, then you feel good. It's just animation is different.
You like Lion King?
I do. The songs are good.
Yeah. The songs are bops. Like, be prepared.
Oh,
Yes.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Be prepared.
Circle of Life is one of the best pieces of music.
Yeah.
ever.
Really good.
Oh,
But
it's an
also,
amazing song.
like
Amazing.
Mulan, Be a Man, like that, like those songs
You know what
were
slept
like.
on? Hot Cake. The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
No, I love it.
Slept
It's
on. like
all
the
good music.
opening
Mhm.
operatic chorus
Actually
is
haven't
so.
heard the music from that.
So, Little Shop of Horrors,
It's an intro
The
song.
Little Mermaid, Hunchback of Notre Dame, all written by the same person.
Yeah.
Really?
And they did a
See, I
good
can see
job.
that,
They
yeah.
did a great job.
All written by Alan Menken.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun fact. All right, I want to play a game with you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
This is a game called Is It a Musical or Is It Something Bob the Drag Queen Made Up? Everyone is going to get a chance to go. I'm going to give you the title of the musical and a brief description, okay? Jasmine.
Let's start with Amber.
No, Jasmine, it's you, Jasmine. The Great Unknown, the musical. When a ragtag crew of misfit explorers embarks on a doomed mission to the edge of existence, they must face cosmic horrors, their own deepest fears, and an unhinged sentient compass that may or may not be leading them to their own deaths.
What's the title again?
The Great Unknown, the musical.
I think that's a real musical.
That is not a musical. I made that up. Fury, Bat Boy the Musical. A darkly comedic rock musical inspired by a 1992 Weekly World News article. It tells the story of a half-boy, half-bat creature discovered in a cave near Hope Falls, West Virginia.
I think you made this up.
That is a real musical.
Oh my God.
I almost walked off. I was like,
Bad Boy.
it's so unhinged. It's so unhinged that it could be true. Oh, like that. Ooh, okay.
Well,
Okay.
I don't think I would like that, if I'm being honest. Now that one I don't think I like.
Amber, Let My People Come. Premiering in 1974, this controversial musical celebrates human sexuality with unabashed frankness through a series of songs and sketches that explores themes of love, lust, and liberation, aiming to break taboos and challenge social norms, called Let My People Come.
I'm gonna go with that's a real musical.
That is a real musical. Yes, it is. Phantom of the Paradise, a 1974 rock musical film directed by Brian De Palma. It presents a satirical take on the Phantom of the Opera. The plot follows a disfigured composer who haunts a concert hall seeking revenge against a music producer who betrayed him. Real or fake?
I gotta say that's fake.
That is a real musical. All right, Jazz. Repo the Genetic Opera. Set in a dystopian future where organ failures are rampant, in 2008, rock opera film centers a biotech company that finances organ transplants. Those who default on payments face the repo men, assassins sent to reclaim the organs.
Now, who want to sing about organs?
Mm-hmm.
I think you made that up.
The answer is Paris Hilton, and it's real because she was in that musical.
Oh my God.
Repo the Genetic Opera is a real movie that Paris Hilton is indeed in.
Yep.
You seen it?
Yeah, it's very bad.
How did it? Right? How did it?
It's bad.
Cult classic. It's like
Maybe I don't love
yeah.
him.
It was like around the same time as like The Room, so people were watching all those bad movies.
Oh, okay.
Titty Bar Haiku.
Titty bar.
Titty Bar Haiku, a unique musical composed entirely of haikus. It delves into the lives of individuals connected to a strip club through minimalist poetry and music. It offers poignant glimpses into their experiences, emotions, and aspirations.
It's fake.
That is a real musical.
Oh my God.
Titty Bar Haiku. Listen, the world of musicals, maybe you might be a musical fan, who knows? Bark, the musical. The lighthearted show provides a canine perspective on life, portraying a day in the lives of dogs at a boarding kennel. Through song and dance, the dogs express their thoughts on topics like companionship, loyalty, and the peculiarities of human behavior.
I'm gonna go with C.
All of the above.
That's not real.
That is a real musical. So if you get this right, you and Amber will be tied and you will go into sudden death. 35 millimeter, a musical exhibition, a multimedia musical where each song is inspired by a photograph, creating a series of snapshot stories. This innovative piece explores the interplay between visual art and music, offering diverse narratives and emotional experiences.
God, it sounds so real that it might be fake.
That's a real musical.
Oh.
Amber, you are the winner of this week's challenge.
Of
Oh, really? I
course.
thought you got your first one right.
No, I got it wrong.
Oh, wrong.
So with that in mind, you will have to decide which one of these two is the real musical, okay? Only one is real. Operation Mincemeat, a fast-paced comedic musical based on the true World War II espionage operation. It recounts the British intelligence plan to deceive the Nazis by planting misleading documents on a corpse, leading to a turning point in the war. Or Gerbils Never Die, the musical. When a lonely boy wishes for his beloved pet gerbil, Mr. Whiskers, to live forever, he gets more than he bargained for as his seemingly immortal rodent embarks on an epic, decade-spanning adventure, outliving families, civilizations, and even the concept of time itself, all set to a heartwarming and hilariously unhinged Broadway score. Which one is real?
Oh, good Lord.
Operation Mincemeat, the World War II corpse musical, or Gerbils Never Die, the musical, the immortal gerbil?
See, I feel like I'm not locking in an answer. I feel like the gerbil one is real, but it's not about a gerbil. It's probably about a hamster or something. It'll be like a slight difference, if that makes sense.
That would be evil if I were to do that. That would be evil. Am I evil?
Because I'm like, would people put their credit card down to see a show about a gerbil? No, but like they did it for cats. They did it for bark. So
They did it for frogs.
people love animals. We know that. People love war. Operation Mincemeat. Would people see that and be like, I should go see that?
Yeah. They'll do anything.
They'll do anything. But we're talking about a specific.
us.
We're talking about a group of people that will buy anything. So let me think.
Amber, we need an answer.
I know. Let's go with Operation Mincemeat is real.
That is correct. Operation Mincemeat is real. The true musical theater fan has won
I'm
a
glad I
prize
didn't know
that no one else
So
won.
this is like, I won this, but the black card is definitely revoked. After this. Wait, what's the, did you completely make up the gerbil one or is it based on another rodent?
It's completely made up.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's
So it's
from you-
not
that's
like
just from you?
Skunk Live.
100% made up. There is no such thing as Gerbils Never Die.
Guess that one. I
There's-
would have guessed the gerbil one.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's it's just,
1,000%.
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
fully.
it's like, there's no weasels
Yeah.
live
I'm
tonight.
terrible.
Nothing.
That's good.
no, fully
I'd
made
watch
up.
I'd watch a gerbil one,
I
honestly.
fully thought it was the gerbil.
Yeah, between the two.
All right, Amber, you are the winner of a prize that literally no one else wanted. Let's continue with the show. Okay, Wicked. Who saw Wicked?
Okay, I saw Wicked.
Wait! You haven't seen Wicked?
Not even for Cynthia.
You ha-
See, it's a prop light. It don't even turn off. Look back over there.
And then
I can't believe you didn't see Wicked.
I ain't seen it yet. I'ma see it. I'ma see
when?
it.
It's not on the airplane yet. Give her
Give her a break. She don't like musicals. It's 3 hours long.
I got a baby.
You see Mufasa?
I seen him dance in the hallway.
You don't even like that. You don't even like
I
niggas
like that kind. I
dancing.
liked what he did.
Okay.
No, I haven't seen it.
So you were saying something about Wicked.
Oh yeah, when I was in high school, I was in theater, and I had a similar situation where it was mostly white kids who are all very, very huge Broadway fans. And when Wicked came out, they made it seem like it was salvation, like it was written by Christ, and that if you didn't celebrate it, you weren't going to heaven. And I was just like, why is this music any different than all the other music that we've heard? So I kind of grew up kind of feeling sort of like annoyed by how much people loved Wicked. But I always really enjoyed the themes in it and the messages in it. It just never felt like applicable to me as a young Black queer person. So when this movie came out and Cynthia Erivo was playing Alpha, I was like, oh, I will have one of those tickets, please.
Yes.
The interesting thing is, anyone ever go to all Black high school?
Oh, wish.
I'm the only one. So I went to all Black high school, so I did not have the annoying white theater kids. Now I will say, anyone who goes to a Black high school knows this is true. The white kids hide in the theater program. So there is a high number of white kids compared to the school. So if you would have saw the theater club, you'd be like, oh, is this about maybe 30, 70, but that was not the representation at all. So there were more white kids there, but I was around a bunch of Black kids. So I never had the white kids doing Rant or the white kids doing, making Wicked annoying. We were just like, we just ended up loving, Wicked.
You can find the joy in it without.
Exactly, yeah.
They were doing it at my school too and annoying the as well. But you know how when everybody's listening to something, you're like, let me go home and give it a spin. And you're like, banger
Yeah.
after banger after banger. Like I cannot. And my brother, who hates musicals, at that time I would drive us to school, so he learned the whole Rent soundtrack against his will. Like to this day, he can sing La Vie Bohème, and he hates that about himself.
Obviously, I've always said that no one could give me fashion advice unless you know how many minutes are in a year. That's just my humble opinion, but you know, what do I know? Okay, so how did you feel about Wicked then?
You know what? Similarly to Kid Fury, I actually read Wicked, the book, when it came out. I stayed away from it because everybody was annoying at school. And then when it was starring Cynthia, I'm like, oh, I'm back. Or even when I met Rent, I was like, oh, this woman is in Wicked as I got older. So I was like, I would listen to Defying Gravity, but I never watched it all the way through until Cynthia, showed up and changed our lives. So I loved it. I sobbed at the final number. Have you ever cried at any movie?
Yeah, I cried every time I
What
watch
moves
Baps.
you?
Oh, Babs.
At the end,
Baps.
at the end when they play the music.
During the
Is this because you're connecting or
that.
because you're not understanding?
I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. That's what that is. Wait, what part? When he dies?
the will reading?
No, at the end of Baps, where he come back for Halle Berry and he's saying, "I love you." I cry every time.
Baby, I love you so much.
Okay.
I love you so much.
Like if I had to pick a movie that you cried to, I wouldn't have picked Baps. I don't know if that's on anybody's
wasn't
list of
prepared for
movies.
that.
No, Babs.
I accept it.
No, I love
fantastic. I just
Baps.
wouldn't have expected
I
that
cried.
was the cry.
I would never.
I've cried.
I once cried. I cried at a Kesha concert, so I really can't.
Yeah.
And it wasn't when she was singing "Woman." It was during the song "Blow."
Wait.
She went dance, and I bawling. But I was like, oh, this place is about to. She's overcome so much.
I just see you like her singing that and you blowing your nose like.
Oh my God.
No, literally. Dance.
Yes.
Tears.
Tears.
Oh my God.
I'm easy. I cry during Cheerios commercials.
Yeah.
Valid. Honestly.
Maybe a well-written Publix commercial.
A biracial
Right.
Cheerios commercial?
So here's a question I have. Okay. Are we all millennials?
Mm-hmm.
What did Glee do to the musical landscape?
Nothing.
Let's talk about this.
Nothing? Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it.
I watched.
It gave us what Glee did was give us Amber Patrice Riley, and we're grateful.
Very.
And it gave Jane Lynch an excellent role.
Yes.
And Alex Newell.
Alex Newell.
Alex.
But also what it did was like Gwyneth Paltrow sing CeeLo Green's F You. And that was the way that, first of all, some of the Glee fans are like, these songs are better than the original. No, it's not. No, it's never been. And no, it never will be. And you'll never convince me of otherwise.
With the exception of Gwyneth Paltrow's rendition of F You, written by Bruno Mars, by the way, random fact.
But that's insane. Also, Let's Have a Kiki, their version of that. That was one of the worst.
Yeah. Or any of the like The Boy Is Mine scenes. I'm just like, now we gotta stop.
However, when they did Nut Push City Limits, that was great.
Okay, can I just say, they did a Destiny Child mashup, and it kind of ate. Survivor mixed with I Will Survive.
I remember that.
Brilliant.
Some of their covers and stuff were fun. I don't know what they did for the overall landscape, but now that I'm thinking about it, because it was so popular, I mean, they had their own tour and stuff at one point.
And they did a good job of, I feel like they filled this space that almost like Degrassi had, but with music. Because they were addressing some real issues on Glee. Like,
Oh, they did get in some deep
yeah,
shit.
because on a Disney show or something like, on like a That's So Raven or something, which I loved, nobody's getting pregnant or nobody's. So it was a nice juxtaposition of like, these are the issues that I'm seeing at my high school with a number or two.
So now I'm just waiting for the guy in the wheelchair from Glee to have beef with Drake in
Right.
in about 20
Yes.
years.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also,
Like,
I'll give
well, Degrassi was raw. But
They used to though, like those like ABC ones, the ABC Disney sitcom, like Smart Guy, Sister, like those shows.
Oh,
Yeah.
They used to go there. They used to have some.
they would always have like a racism episode.
Oh, do you remember? Because the music leading out would always be like some upbeat, like, but then on the one side it was going to be like, those
are my-
and then it's just Tia Mowry being like,
Right. Like, she just copied my test.
Yeah, also- And just zoom in.
kids, grandma's not making it to Christmas this year. And
And then the audience would be like, oh.
You know what show never was happy? Rock.
Oh, yeah, that show.
Yes.
Oh.
Saddest. Imagine Family Matters, but every episode sad.
He's a garbage man. Like the last season's live too, so it's like just sad and live. Like,
And the
Rock the
yeah,
garbage
Rock
man.
was a garbage man from Chicago. No, Chicago? Or that was Family Matters Chicago.
was
Yeah.
it Christopher S. Hutton?
Yeah, he's like a Shakespearean actor, so he's really into
Okay.
that super sad. And it visually it looks like the Wario World version of Family Matters.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There was no goofy neighbor. Everyone just
Nothing fun. No funny lines.
no.
It was a sad. It wasn't even like Good Times
Yeah.
where it's like this is up.
Yeah,
but
it's just sad.
upbeat.
Good times,
But-
modern, but not.
But T and Tamara started
times were
off
good.
on that
Yeah.
show. T and
Rock.
Tamara started off on that show.
Even the name wasn't.
yeah, they actually call each other ugly.
Sparking any joy.
Wait,
one of
T and Tamara.
T and Tamara, an episode also in Vogue, is in one like I think the second season of Rock. But
Word.
It made
T
it
and-
to a second season.
Oh, it made it to the third.
I know Rock was iconic.
Rock
Yeah.
did well.
Yeah.
It made it to the third season, and the third season was
remember
all
this.
live and like performed, like filmed live and like shown
It was
live.
called Rock Live.
Yeah,
Black
and-
people love trauma. Like we
Because so it soared. It
Yeah, no,
it
didn't.
did numbers for the Nielsen ratings because it was just sad.
I do have one thing about Glee that I
Yes.
always give them credit for. That Britney Spears episode
I-
was fire.
I didn't see it.
That Britney Spears episode, funny. The music was good. Everyone did a great job. Like that. That was like that's the only time I'll ever be like, all right, y'all ate.
And she was in it.
No, but it was the character Brittany. Her name is Brittany S.
Oh,
Pierce.
yeah, that's right.
Yes, she had her little storyline too.
But she's like, cause she's herself, like that was the most they ever used her. And she is a Beyonce backup dancer. So that episode just ate down cause she was good.
Yeah.
Do you guys think Leah Michelle can read?
No.
I hope she doesn't.
I was once on The Late Show, and she was the guest. And the comedians were like in a little room, and then she was in the next room. And they were like, you can't go in there. You can't look at her. If she walks past you, don't say anything. Do not engage.
Who is this Voldemort?
Right.
There, I was never even able to breathe the same air she was breathing. Okay, like we were never even we weren't even on the same humidifier. Okay,
For the record, I wasn't planning to.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
they were like, there's a gay. He'll. I was like, I didn't even watch Glee. I
Yeah.
didn't even watch Glee.
It's just
Yeah, I don't even know who
And I
that
didn't like her.
is.
Ooh,
Y'all know who Leah Michelle is? Sorry to this man.
Sorry to
Damn.
this.
Sorry to this
Glee
man.
gave us a little bit more, like some representation though.
hmm
Because all the other sitcoms before that,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Glee one little cookie on their plate. Because every sitcom before that, it was either like a black show or white show, or it was like a white show with one black friend, like Elisa Turtle in Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
But Glee, you saw like gay characters and somebody in a wheelchair and body positivity and like
Then a gay person in a wheelchair and a fat gay person in a wheelchair.
But
yeah,
also, like, it's also you got to see a big
We're
black
gonna mix it
girl
up.
date
Yes.
regularly and not like be like left out of the dating pool.
I love that even
Oh.
though we didn't see Mercedes Amber's family, you know, we knew that she came from a pretty nice, her family was, her parents were like dentists or something. So she was like a very like regular girl. You had Naya Rivera, rest in peace, who was
Yeah.
a fierce bully at first. But
So
then
good.
she, you know, it turns out she's a lesbian and she has this really cool character art and starts singing more and stuff. Like the show was really fun. And like I said, it probably did introduce some people to musicals or musical numbers.
And she did the show choir, which I think is also a dangerous thing.
danger, a danger to
lot
society.
of Glee clubs that came out of.
Show choir is a very slippery slope. Kind of like when, so I'm from Atlanta, and baby, when the movie Drumline came out, before Drumline, my school's Drumline had, I want to say, 23 people in it. I'm not making this number up. When the movie Drumline dropped, the next year, my school's Drumline grew to 117 people.
Yep.
Wow.
We had a 117-piece drum line.
That was supposed to be Nick Cannon's legacy right there.
Yeah.
That was what it was supposed to
And now his legacy is living and breathing in the form of 27 children.
be. With 28 baby mamas. Like how did that happen?
How did he get Mariah Carey pregnant? You ever think about one of his baby mamas, Mariah? You ever think about that?
Yeah, all the
The
time.
first one now, so.
Right? Is being the first baby mother a thing?
He's still in love with her.
Well, you're just kind of like, where did they even meet? Like he's he's younger, he's unserious, and she's a diva. Like, how did their paths intersect?
Oh, he kissed her ass.
I mean, I would too. Okay,
He was like, I love you, and I'll do everything he says.
so now I have to ask the question then. Since we're on topic, who saw Glitter?
I love
Oh, I
Glitter.
love glitter.
And how do we feel about Glitter?
Love.
I don't really remember it, to be honest.
It's not a very memorable
You
movie.
can't watch it back.
There's nothing
It's
there.
not good.
It works
The
for a moment
soundtrack
in
is
life.
fierce.
The soundtrack's great.
Yeah.
It works for it's like a time capsule. It's like when you go back and see a fashion trend, you're like, no, this worked for the era. That's Glitter.
Yeah, I feel like Glitter. Also, Purple Rain. I love Purple Rain.
Purple Rain's great.
The story in Purple Rain.
Fantastic.
I don't know what it is.
No.
Don't know.
Just ain't my life, just tell you.
Hold on, family first.
Graffiti Bridge. Couldn't tell you. Love the music.
Don't care. Love the movie.
Okay, how do we feel about Whitney Houston in Cinderella?
Thank you. I was about to say
Now we're
Jasmine.
talking.
Yeah.
Wait, so Whitney Houston got black people to like Roger and Hammerstein.
Hammerstein.
Sure did.
Yeah.
I watched it every day as a kid at one
See?
point in my life. I
Not
had it on
only
VHS.
that.
Yep.
Shout out to Whitney. Shout out to Brandy.
Yeah. Because it
But
was
also,
And Whoopi.
and it,
Shout out to Whoopi.
Yes.
did she sing? Well, okay.
no.
Um,
Oh wow.
Shout out to
Whoopi watches this.
shout out to Natalie Desselle.
Yes.
Mm.
Why would I want a girl like her? A girl who's merely lovely.
Oh.
My favorite,
Yes.
my favorite
Yes.
part of the whole film.
Speaking of
Rest in
Babs.
peace.
Look at you. Grinning from ear to ear.
Yes, I do. That is.
Now, Cinderella's the one pass.
That is.
That one is. It's just. It's
Obsessed.
so. It's. It's not. It's not that much music. It's only like a few songs.
Yes, they understood
It's-
the plot.
Yeah. But Impossible.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you singing.
Mhm.
Oh,
She's
Okay, what if your man was dancing to Cinderella?
I mean, we in the house. That's fine.
The wedding. Somebody's wedding. Your cousin's wedding. Impossible.
Percolator to impossible.
Yeah.
What is the percolator?
You don't want to keep going for a queen.
No, not at my cousin's wedding. Maybe at his cousin's wedding.
Yeah.
But at my cousin's wedding, no.
Jasmine's future man, you heard your one place you can dance is to Cinderella at your cousin's wedding.
It was a TV musical also. Like we had to
Yes.
sit and watch it air live.
Yes.
And we all sat and watched it air live.
And the
So
way
good.
the way that was the only access we had to a black Disney princess for this.
Yeah.
Were there any TV musicals, like TV show versions of musicals that you like? For example, even Stevens had a musical episode. Anything like that spoke to any of you?
I know Buffy had a musical episode that I actually liked. It's bad, but the whole plot is that there's like a demon or something that makes everyone communicate in music.
They
So
did,
it's
they,
like
didn't, they did it
that's-
twice.
They made it work.
I think they did. No, I think they only did one.
They only
And there
did
was
one?
like a huge reveal, like a huge plot reveal at the end of that episode randomly. So I liked that one. And there was
Yeah, the
another
musical
sitcom
episode is
that
kind of like a
was
thing. It's like a tool that people use a lot of time in musicals. When's the last time you went to a theater to watch a musical? To a theater, not a movie, an actual theater, see real actors in real life. Anyone here want to go?
Preacher's Wife in Atlanta last year.
Last year, how was it?
It was amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw 6 2 years ago.
2 years. It's been 2 years?
Yeah.
How about you?
Saw 6 when it first came out too.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw Wicked at the Pantages like maybe last week.
Oh wait, I watched The Wiz at Pantages.
Yep, and I saw that too. Yep.
Yeah.
Never.
See, I know when to call you.
You've never once ever been to a musical ever?
Never.
Oh my gosh, Jasmine.
We should go. We can make it a
Oh no, there's no we should. Baby.
We're going.
We will. I will buy tickets.
It has to be the right one though, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
she'll never go again.
No, I'm taking her.
She'll never
taking her to go
again.
It might be a good one. She'll never go.
I'm taking her to Carousel. Company.
No.
Imagine taking her to company.
Sondheim is a special kind of taste.
It's maybe the Wiz.
Yeah, it would.
If the Wiz comes back,
You know what
Yeah.
everybody loves is Chicago.
Chicago.
Great.
You like Renee Zellweger? Catherine
No.
Zeta-Jones?
She never seen Chicago.
Don't go-
Queen
Is that the
Latifah.
redhead?
Queen Latifah.
don't stop.
Queen Latifah.
Richard Gere?
Don't start with
John C. Reilly?
I don't know white people.
Tay Diggs?
Riley.
Hey, yeah.
I love John C. Reilly.
I love
I almost wish like Tyler Perry's would make another theater run or something, just so
Please.
like you could see.
Nah.
You remember
I
the
was gonna say,
you remember the bootleg play?
don't say that out loud. He'll hear you.
I know, but
Of course.
I just feel like at least you would get your like I'm laughing, this is campy, and then there's a little gospel moment.
Well,
every
I've
now and then.
watched Tyler Perry. That's as close as I've ever been to like
Don't
seeing a
use
theater.
don't use
Don't
any
use
of
them.
that as an example.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
If you say again, we can't. If we say his name one more time, he will appear. So please.
And that's no shade. Tamala Mann is an amazing singer. He
Yeah.
has hired amazing people to sing.
Yeah.
In his stuff. But
You remember the time Tyler Perry was like, "I don't hire writers." They're like, "We."
Yeah,
No.
the
we wish you would.
Yeah.
He's like, I've never
Yeah.
told anyone this before. But
Also-
you're like, yeah, no, you told us.
We figured that out.
We
We figured that out.
out.
We figured that out. Also, look, I think he intentionally puts those bad wigs on the women.
I mean, the wigs are worse than Undercover Boss.
On those people, everybody.
Well, because no, Medea has a HD
Dog.
lace front laid out.
Yeah, Medea.
Like Medea has her unit correct.
Yeah.
Everybody else, she's
If
like,
there's a hamster in the movie, he's like, how can we put a wig?
You know what's kind of crazy? I think that Cicely Tyson's last film
don't.
was Tyler Perry. Could you imagine the legacy, the artistry,
The check.
the in her whole career, she has done just these. And then for her final pièce de résistance, she was in Why Want to Go to Jail, Medea Part 3.
Now imagine if we
Medea's
lose
Earth
Glenn
Day.
Close this year.
To be fair, Cicely Tyson's last movie.
If Glenn Coast, be safe. Don't walk on nothing slippery. Don't take no deep breaths.
When I saw Glenn Close in that film, I was like, oh, rent is due.
Her last quote will be, "I can smell your nappy."
She had she had like a gambling addiction we don't know about, and
I didn't
she's
see
just
that.
back on bills on bills
I
on
bet
bills.
she's just a genuine character actor, and she was like, no one else is ever going to ask me to play a hood rat, so I'm going to do.
And there's a reason. There's a reason no one's ever asked you to say.
Sometimes you think her manager was like, you don't have to do
Oh,
this.
FYI,
Like,
I
well,
would-
She said, "I don't have to. I get to."
I get to.
I want to be absolutely clear. I would not say no to a Tyler Perry film. I will happily
Oh,
do.
yeah.
No, we hate watch it because we hate our selves.
I
We
will
hate
show up
ourselves.
with a nasty wig and ready to go. Like it's.
I mean, they should hire you to help write.
Oh no. You don't want that.
He'll be like, "Nah, I got it.
You're like, sorry, that was funny. Can you burn that?
He's like, "This is a real banger. They'll
It would
love
be like
this
right
one."
over your shoulder. You'd be like,
I
Tyler.
think what I'll do is I'll shake my titties real hard. I want to attach them to my body. I know that you could. I know you could make the suit where their titties are attached. Just let them flop.
I'm laughing, but Tyler, if I get the call, I'm coming too. I'm coming
Look.
down too.
If the Taraji will do it, I'll do it.
Apparently, he's quite vengeful. So I don't think. I think we're all on the list now.
We're done.
We're on the
That's That's fine.
Apparently, he pays very well. I mean, that has to be the reason.
It's the
Sure.
least they could do.
The least. The least. He's not spending money on anything else.
You gotta say in the NDAs
The
alone.
entire budget went towards the talent.
Thank you all so much. Oh, that
you.
was so fun. I love
Yay! Your first one.
Welcome to the room, purse first.